But Lube are as close as they've got to that dream. Koyuka will start us off. A man in big, big form. Monterrey, the service target. Bruno just unbelievably well finds the middle. It's not easy to flip the middle from the 3-meter line. Stankovic is the man as well. Manages to hit a really good angle. Here's Stankovic to serve. Going after the front court receiver, just one in the block. And with one in the block, you'd expect Udris to score. They're trying to maybe double stack over towards the wing spiker, try and get Volkov early. Simon doesn't commit, he releases to the outside. Kolodinsky goes to the opposite. Teams are siding out early on. Monterrey with his first point. 21 Terena, a character of this team, an Olympic silver medalist, hits away from the body so well. He really does. Juan Terena, 4-time MVP of the World Club Championships, played for Cuba between 2003 and 2006. Obviously now with Italy trying to figure out what his next move is internationally. Pass is very tight and the ball goes out the back. Back to Juan Terena, who's wearing the 5 jersey for Lube. Club champion 09, 10, 11 and 12, alongside Sokolov, who's just served out the back. The Bulgarian opposite, who 2009 European bronze medal with Bulgaria, but you just think that he hasn't quite won as many trophies internationally as he probably deserves, but he's had a feast indoors with Trentino. Silver in this competition with Lube last year. More unbelievable work. Bruno finds Juan Terena on the pipe, and that's twice that's worked. The backcourt attack, the middles commit with Simon. Why do they commit with Simon? Because he's one of the best spikers through that position in the world. Juan Terena does the rest. It's the decision to hit to one as well. He knows where the blockers are stacked. Leo into the net. 15 individual awards, including best wing spiker at the World Club Championship last year. Love to play in Olympic Games. Volkov, 2017 European champion, a 2018 Volleyball Nations League gold medalist. That was a bit funky from Simon. Second chance, Juan Terena. That's 3 from him already. 2 through the pipe, and now he's just... Good line, good penetration, monster block. Simon to serve, and on the back court is Artur Idris. Simon just taking a little bit of weight off that one. He has struggled with consistency of his serve, so maybe he's just looking to build the rhythm and the confidence. Nice side out all the same. This time Idris wipes off of Stankovic, just drifting a little bit late in the block. Fakel. Don't serve is well passed for Monterrey, who just is doing it all himself at the moment, isn't he? 4 of the 6 points coming from Monterrey. That's why he's got 4 MVP awards in this competition. Just the way the arm works away from the body into his right-hand pocket. Opens up really nicely as well. Oh, the pipe work is very strong early on. Sokolov stays high, smooth, goes off the top of the block. Another chance on the pipe. This time it's long. And early on in the game, teams will want to hold the middle. And by holding the middle, I mean using the middle on the front court, but also the pipe, because what that does is it really interests the opposing middle blocker. They have to watch really closely to look for the quick attack from the middle on the front court, the pipe attack coming now on a sometimes a first tempo, sometimes a second. 3 in the block, another big one. Another one, this time it's Sokolov. But where they've used the middle, usually that's to try and get one-on-one on the outsides. This time, they've got 3, and what a 3 it is. Sokolov, Stankovic, and one trainer. The Lube Globetrotters. Cheers for Bruno, echoing around the All-In Arena. It's a good substitution. Just disrupting the rhythm of Bruno. It's the 7th club for the leader of Brazil, really. 2 stints at Polis in Brazil, 3 at Modena in Italy, and then Sao Paulo, Unisol, and 4 Brazilian titles. 17 individual awards as well, and one of those was best setter at Rio 2016. One trainer just going after it again. There's gaps in the block. Good speed, good width in the set, making it difficult for the middle blocker. One trainer hits both ways and has very good court vision. High and pretty straight on. 3 up again. They're doing a great job here, Lube. They know the threats on the outside, and they know how much Fakel love going out there. They've done their homework. 3 in again. Struggle town, really. It's really good from Lube. They've got 3 in the block more times than I can remember any other team doing against Fakel so far in this competition. Kaluka is shut down as well. Stankovic. Well, Serbia just don't make bad middle blockers at all. So AG passing the ball straight from the right side. More blocking! Stankovic! Someone go and get a hose and put him out. He's on absolute flames. Udris can't find a way through here. Good footwork. Gets right up against Sokolov. Another timeout from Fakel. But the blocking from Lube has been world class. It's another good timeout. One trainer missing, but Fakel have used both of their timeouts now. Kalika goes long. 23 to be the 3rd top scorer in the VNL final. Pretty impressive. After a gold at the World Under-23s in Dubai in 2015, he's really working hard to get him this time blocked out. But Kaluka and Volkov are doing great things. Volkov, well, top scorer against Brazil in round 3 of the World Championships. That was a game where Russia were 2-0 up and lost 3-2. A little less effective against the USA, where they did have to settle for 6th place in round 3, meaning they didn't make the final 4, which is disappointing for Russia, but they'll be there or thereabouts come Tokyo. Easy pickings for Lille, and it's good from Bruno. He's stretching the play. 8 or 9 meters. If he's inside the court, it's probably 8. But again, the middles are really pinching to the left side. Bruno goes to the opposite side. Lille has a one-on-one. And when you're the size of Yoandi Lille, you need more than 1 in the block to stop him. Chase is on. Out of system. No blocking. Down ball. Lube on the counter. Oh, it's slightly slower. The blockers went so quickly on Simon. He's a powerhouse. And They both went too quickly. Simon just buries it to 5. And then Sokolov joins the party. Lube loving this. So accurate. It was so good, the passing units. Won't even be too bothered about that. More whips from Sokolov. Good middle work in reply, though. Back of Lev. So it'll be interesting to see if Brendan Sander gets a run out this evening. Obviously his brother, Taylor Sander, played for Lube last season. Now playing for Sada Cruzeiro, who had been knocked out of this competition. That's what you have to appreciate about Sokolov. You've got some opposites who just try and really crank the ball as hard as they can, but he's so smooth. His body goes through, his arm swings really, really good, his elbows back. Sokolov. Just can't believe he's done so much in this game. Line judge says in. There might be a challenge here. Randy Leo is sitting at 6. His job is to sweep the backcourt for any touches, but also sit in that gap between Bruno and Simon. 6 will quite often sit in that gap. Maybe sometimes position 1, which would be Sokolov. They're looking for a touch. Doesn't really matter. Lube are well in control. Different from Fakel, though, because Volkov has served really well, as has Koluka throughout this Pool A stage. And it's just unfortunate that that hasn't happened tonight, both going out the back. Simon has been slow getting his serve going, but that's an absolute ripper. Everything from Lube, perfect. Serves hitting the perimeter of court at high speeds. Challenge, though. Having watched Lube train over the past couple of days, evident to see that Gianpaolo Madai is working on the serves. So much serving this morning in training. In or out? Of course it's in, because Lube, everything they're touching at the moment, going to gold. Simon again. Rumour has it, he touches 389, which is unbelievable. Not again, no, this time it's wide. Best middle blocker in this event last year. Silver in this competition in 2010 for Robert Landy Simon. Both teams with front court setters. 2 front court options, that meaning, and then the rest they're relying on the back court. But Terrena pass is so quick and tight. Bruno tested, but he chases after it. One hand on the set. Pretty Hollywood from Bruno, but it gets Stankovic without a block. He'll do the rest. Frustration for Bruno, who injured his hand 2 nights ago. Steinderholz, the Belgium setter who signed from SWD. Power volleys through the summer. Did a wonderful job in set 2. Worked with the middle really nicely and the pipe, and also served at the back end of the tie-break set when they were 8 points down, or 8 match points down to Zenit. So it just shows the host is ready to come on and do a job for Lube if Bruno isn't on top form, which is rare. Juantorena. It's another hefty serve. Free ball, opportunity. Leo with a one-on-one. This time he chooses to take pace off the ball. They're looking for the ball hitting the floor. Medaya is almost getting on the court. A bit of emotion from Medaya, who's quite the gentleman. Yeah, that one might have just hit the floor. Monterrey, it's an audacious toss almost into the middle of the court, but somehow he jumps behind the baseline to get behind it. Bruno having a little look, then he goes back to Juantorena, who's been successful on that backcourt attack. Another chance for Fakel. Where's that one going from Bruno? Almost passes it out the court to try and find Juantorena. Maybe on a 10 attack, maybe not. Point to Fakel. Here comes someone who provides some stability with the pass, Mazzari. Juantorena potentially rest as this first set looks like it's going the way of Lube. What do you do here? You've really got Sokolov on one ring. You've got Stankovic in the middle and Leo outside, and the pass is perfect. It really is a strong front line. Scary good. But so's this from Fakel. Volkov. Ankle Yuka. The present and the future of Russian wing spikers. More powerful serves. This time Balasso. Balasso's had a great competition so far. Maybe sometimes less talked about than some of the others. Simon looks to 5, and that's what gives it away. He's looking to 5, his chest is towards the back left of court, position 5, and then he turns it back to 1. Great middle work, because it's so difficult for the blocker to make a decision on which way they can go, and also if Simon can see what's happening. Yeah, he can go either way there. That's scary. Defense from Mazzari is good. Out of system, 3 in on Leo. He doesn't care. He tries to go over the top. Once again, Yoandy Leo. Oh, better from Fakel. That's a monster block back after being under the cosh for large percentages of this first. It might be too little, too late for this set, but building. Sokolov off. The whole in. Bruno also coming off as well. Cantagalli came in, and there's an ace as well. Hello, Fakel. Mazzari beaten to the left-hand side. Joined from Calippo Sports during the summer. Artur Udris is a powerful customer. Straight up, out of system again. Lille, though, has worked really well in tandem with Juantorena. Bruno worked the middle really nicely as well, through the pipe attack, Juantorena, and now they're going to the outsides, and Lille's having a field day. Absolutely. Set point, the phenomenal Yoandy Lille goes long. Still an 8-point game here, though. Volkov needing something special here. It's a great serve on Lille. But Simon goes to one again, a wider set, but it's just out. Speed was pretty good, and he's so high. But the execution, just wide. Second chance for Volkov to prove his worth here. Takes pace off. Simon has to do a bit of passing, and the speed is so quick. Mazzari tips. Lube win the first set. They've served well, and their blocking has been unbelievable at times. Fakel has been slow from them. Fakel, well, Soji's coming in as we speak. For Lakovlev, who's obviously starting. Volkov, Koryuka on the outside. It's the same Udris as an opposite. Kolodinsky setting as he goes straight to the middle. Very good with Ananev. So it's the same with Lube, Sokolov, Bruno, Lille, Wantarena, Stankovic, Velasco. Velasco, who was signed by Madai at the start of the season. A change for now Trentino, Libero, Yenya Grebinikov, the French international. Madai wanting to bring an Italian in, but it's a Serbian doing the business at the net for Lube. The speed from Bruno is great. Nobody's expecting him to really use the middle there, but it's just fizzed to Stankovic. Oh, Merry Christmas. Robert Landy, Simon. Fakel may as well wrap the ball up. Good starts from Stankovic. Koryuka with the pass. Udris, touch off the block. Udris, who shone, really did, against Zenit Kazan. Belarusian who played in China last year before moving to the Russian league. Serving well now. There's no net touch against Bruno because I think it was against the post and not the net that he touched. Wantarena chasing out of system. Bruno doesn't fancy cracking it. Goes for the roll, and now there's a chance smuggling through. There was Bruno's chance to really sting one, but decides to just play safe. Simon then a bit slow getting out, but that's due to the good passing off of the free ball. Udris again. Out of system, Lube. It's higher, 3 in against Lille. He tries to just wipe off. It's good cover from Lube. Sokolov again hitting on the way down. Disrupting the timing of the block with a chance from Fakel. What a run here from the CV Challenge Cup winners, where they beat Chamont 52 over 2 legs. Udris scored 22 against Zenit Kazan. That was a game where Dmitry Volkov and Koryuka, they all scored above 20. Their wing play was so strong. Foot fault from Sokolov. Feet are not allowed to cross will touch that line right there. Can Volkov carry on the good run? Yes, he can. Lille, the front court receiver. It goes back to Lille, 2 in the block. He goes long, but they're looking for a touch. Looks like they've got it. Clearly off of Kolodinsky. Out of system. Shows you with the set, but it's blocked out, and you can tell that as soon as the game's slowing down, or any chance they can, Lube are just trying to get 3 blockers in, and that's purely just to try and stop all the hitting angles of the spiker. As soon as there's only 2, you either have to give away some of the line if you block cross, or you have to give away some of the really sharp angle. By taking 3, you're limiting their options. Sokolov to Monterrey, no way. Bruno is sure it's in. Joji says it's in. And if it is in, it's an unbelievable swing. It is in as well. It's a great hit from Monterrey. He's off the net by 2 or 3 meters. The ball's underneath him. But this is the thing about this Lube side. They can hit their way out of trouble at any time. Simon serving to 5 again. Koryuka doing bits. Because Simon serves so well, but the platform is so relaxed. Steers it towards 2.5. It opens the game up, and he can just put the ball away, making it look so simple. Lille with the perfect pass. Sokolov on the 10. (2018) CV best opposites. Svetin, Sokolov. Now on the front court, Bruno on the back. Oh, that is sticky! Udris! Well, Juan Terrena has just hit one of the best out-of-system balls of the day. Lube give him a bit of the line, and the Belarusian chews their hand off for it. The serving in this game is really starting to get good. Tip cover is well done from Monterrey, who gets a quick ball back from Bruno. They're under pressure again, but Monterrey with a higher ball now. Stays high himself and looks for the touch. Challenge is coming. Monterrey points straight at Volkov by the looks of it and says, yeah, you. Having spoken to the refs this week, so what a great addition, the challenges and Hawkeye as well, to this sport. Volleyball progressing so quickly. But this challenge, was there or was there not a touch off the block? So close, off the middle finger. Looks like that's the case. It's quite funny how often now the block must have felt the touch, but well and truly gone are the days of admitting to touches. on Torreira. It's a great break. We see that a lot now as well. The challenge comes in, and it's like another timeout. There's so much time to think, and your rhythm just goes astray by a little bit. Once again, the serves. Both teams, powerful, powerful outlets. Sokolov. So big, one-on-one, knows a sharp angle, undiggable. Feeder inside the ball. Sokolov is just a smooth, smooth man. Setting quick to the wings. They're trying to do it out of system to stretch the middle blocker. Bruno's underneath it. Back to the outside. Lille has a little bit of a whip at that one. Lube inching forwards again. Dragging Fakel backwards. Lille. Unbelievable. Lille and Simon arriving from Sada Cruzeiro, who are out of this competition as well. They will play one more game today, but they are out. Taylor Sander going the other way last year. Sokolov again. Bruno dragged towards 3. So the play drags towards the centre. The blockers go that way as well. And then Bruno can just flip it back. How many times can Sokolov be one-on-one? He'll have a field day. Oh, one-on-one. And it's a monster block from Simon. If you don't hit sharp angles against Robert Landy Simon, you will have a bad time. Stankovic. And the difference when the front court receiver gets served is as soon as he passes the ball towards 2.5, it really stretches the court, and then Simon is struggling to get across, decides to go off Sokolov, but that's just a nice play. Passing to 2.5 with a front court setter is where you will open up opportunities for your team. Sometimes difficult to do that with the angles of serves that come towards you. Bruno trying to go on a first tempo backward pike attack. That's not really the easiest thing to do, to connect with the spiker at that speed when you can't get a feel for where they are. But it is Bruno, following in the footsteps of, obviously, Ricardo, another amazing Brazilian setter. Robert Landy Simon just seems to be getting better as this competition goes on. Speaking to Carol Kors, the Skra middle blocker earlier on, he had Robert Landy Simon in his all-time best 7, which shows how well and how high he's respected. Now he's linking up with Bruno. Bruno's one of the best in the game as well. Brazil had a great World Championships, even though they lost in the final to Poland. They had no Murillo, no Maurizio, no Lucarelli either. Sorry, Lucarelli. More joy from Lube. And even with injuries, to still get a silver medal. Douglas Costa playing so well, and Bruno too. Poland, the best team though, winning that final. The FIVB World Championships 3-0. Once again, the serves in this game, unbelievable. Simon calling for it, he gets it back. He's having fun, Romulandy Simon. And Bruno just keeps giving him the ball. Sokolov. Misses out again. That's 3 times post-timeout that Lube have missed a serve, but they're on a good run. Fakel, they're still in touch here though. They're a new club, founded in 1996. So different than other games. Scraf float serving on a more regular basis. These two teams, it's just hammer time from the baseline. Here's another athlete that can rip it. Other system very straight on. The line is left slightly open maybe. Line judge says out. Kaluka and Shoji not quite sure. The libero, Eric Soji, very, very nice guy indeed. Oh, Bruno didn't want to admit to that one. Looking for a double touch. Not given, but maybe some justice. Aniev comes in, Soji leaves. Just talking about Soji. USA libero, best digger in the World Championships. A USA team under John Sproul that are building. Soji, Stanford graduate. Fast plays, it's almost the same tempo as the middle, but Monterrey is almost leaping as the ball's in the hand of Bruno. Simon. That's gone past Fakel at a blistering pace. No receiving that. There's a challenge, maybe on the feet of Romulandy Simon. There's no questioning the accuracy of the serve. Challenges on a foot fault, but clearly it's behind the line. But this is scary from Lube, the way they are serving. Sokolov, Lille, Monterrey, Bruno. 5 out of the 6 have got really, really frightening jump serves. 3 in, out of system. Monterrey just tucks in. The ball's so far off the net. Everyone knows where that's going. Monterrey with a great finish back into the center of the court. The inside arm is strong, so's the outside. Romulandy Simon having a dream run here. The service practice throughout the last 2 training sessions has been there. They've been doing lots. Some of the more senior players, Bruno, Sokolov, Lille and Simon, didn't have a full court session yesterday, but Lube were all together. Similar with Fakel. It was a very, very light session yesterday. Bogdan back off. Bogdan, another youngster here. They're so young, Fakel. The future's very bright for them, but he was part of the dream team of the under-23 world champs. Great speed. this has been developed since the early 2000s, the pipe attack, where the middle goes, Stankovic is gone, and just on that slightly second tempo, Volkov comes flying through. The difference here, Fakel are not flying, that's 2 serves into the net in a row. And now, after Simon, is Juan Terena, who's in fine form, but so is Soji, who's passed so well throughout the last couple of days. Almost in a traffic jam over at position 1 though. Stankovic hasn't been able to play so much throughout the domestic season because as there's another ace, we'll come back to Stankovic because Juan Terena now leaping high, elbows high, the arm comes through so nicely, dropping short. Fakel really are losing touch here. Carrying on with Stankovic, only him or Simon could be playing in Serie A with so many outside players already starting from other nations. Out of system, no middle, 2 on the outside, Bruno's covering up. Chance here to bring up another set point. Sokolov shut down, Udris getting across, the Belarusian on the Bulgarian. Terena, just like the first, subbed off for Mazzari. Komankowski comes in to serve for Aniev. He served really well on day 1 against Zenit. Serving hasn't quite been at that level since. Float serve is good on there. It has to go back to Lille because it's too low, too quick. Very good from Fakel. Serving the front court receiver on the inside hand makes it very difficult. As soon as they pass anything off the net to go anywhere but the line, it's easy to see where the ball's going. So they get 2 in the block and there's no way through. Very good serving. They might go to the inside hand of Lille again. No, he shifts out. It's really good from Lube. Much better play. They know what's coming, so Balasso just moves Lille out the pass and allows him to free up to open up his angles in his spiking. But the pass is good, so the setter doesn't even have to go there. Bruno goes to Sokolov. Brendan Sander, first entrance. The young man from BYU comes in to jump serve and just carries on as the others have done all day long. How's that? Zari keeps hold of that one. Sander comes straight back off for Stankovic, but did a very good job. Second set points for Lube. Udris serving. Great pass from Mazzari and Lille, but Sochi almost. That's the best bit of defense of the day. There's been a handover. Challenge is coming in theory. The set's gone to Lube, but this is being challenged. The referee suggesting the ball was over the net. That's the wipe. Who did it touch last? Volkov? or Sokolov. But what's scary about Lube in this game, it's been a long couple of days physically and mentally for them, but there was a rest day yesterday. Getman looks like he is coming in. Kimarov as well, so there's 2 substitutions at least. Interesting to see who that's for. Bogdan's starting, so it looks like a completely different team here. Lube, on the other hand, we've got the same characters on court. So Bruno, Sokolov, Lille, Wantarena, Stankovic, and then Simon comes on. Alexander Kimarov looks like he'll be playing opposite. Just turned 22. We're going to have a look at the size of Kimarov in a minute. He is a big, big guy. 2 meters 15 to be exact. Schenkel gets off to a very nice start on the outside as well, just wiping off the hands. They're going to have to stay professional here. The young guns are out and they will be fearless. Schenkel just 23 years old. Lille out of system, but makes up for it. Hits such good angles from very, very high places, doesn't he? Another ace. Sokolov has just brought his A game. This time it's much, much shorter. Welcome to the game, Ilya. Petrashov getting beaten short, but Sokolov is a legend. More passing problems. Great setting, though, from Fakel. Second opportunity through the opposite. The blocking is good from Lille. A little bit of extra height might just help, but it's a monster block from Robert Landy. Simon. First time Schenkel gets through. Now he looks a little bit more nervous. What an opportunity for these youngsters, though. Playing some of the best that have ever lived. 2 in a row. And because the ball's out of system, Robert Landy Simon can get across really, really well. Timeout, Bruno getting involved in the blocking as well. The youngsters, the second string really from Fakel. Good experience for them, but they're 4 points down. Timeout from Lube. They've served so well, Lube, but not post-timeouts. That's another one. Sokolov just going through the toss again. Kimarov to serve. The young Russian, 22. And they just get bigger and bigger in this game, don't they? Year on year. Lille. pass is really good from Fakel, and that's Schenkel doing a good job really, but it's all down to the pass. The middle's held a little bit longer because the pass is into a zone that's closer to the net. It means the game is quicker. The Lube blockers don't have much of a chance to set up. Terena passes tight now. Now he gets it back, but that's all Bruno. That is all Bruno. It's tight, but once again Bruno goes for the longest line available under pressure, and it opens up the game again. It's not the quickest, but it's the distance of the set that really opens up angles. Simon, who's had a wonderful serving game. But maybe I've just cursed him. Please don't tell him. Kolenkovski now with the serve. The club only joined Russia's Super League in 2004, Fakel. Lille. And it's the speed from Bruno. This is not easy, as we were saying in the previous set when he tried this with Terena. The speed is unbelievable, and he has to just know that Lille's going to be there. Lille's just staying quite patient, makes a read on the body language of Bruno, and that's how he gets his timing. But so good from the Cuban and the Brazilian. And it's Bruno playing defense. Terena with three, just goes through. Net touch against Fakel. One-way traffic. Three in, but they're a little bit all over the place, the Fakel blockers. Serve is short, they're in system, and then it's the pipe from Fakel. It's very good, but Galasso is ready for that, who looks like the complete package for Lube. Obviously, Colacci is another tremendous Italian libero. Oh, but Galasso is taken out. Ouch. He's nice and still both times. Or maybe not, still moving very late. Hands aren't really where they can see him, but he's put right the way down. Bruno goes back to the opposite. Terena and Bruno, when they're in system, the closer the ball is to the net, the quicker Lube are playing. Looks as if Bogdan just dives into the angle late because he knows the situation. He just tries to take the high percentage swing, which is through the body line. Anything that's off the body line usually has to be hit slightly softer, although by these boys, not all the time. Overpass, no, it's still kept alive. Better from Fakel, but it's a hitting error. No, it's in. Fakel won the CV Cup first time in 2007. But they're through to the last four of this competition, and winning this would be huge for Fakel, Novy, Urengoy, the Siberian spikers. Bogdan goes long. Best passer in the under-23 World Championships in 2017. Stankovic. Potentially the one who doesn't jump serve in this team. Scary, scary Lube. Getman out of system. Lille again, two in, finds a solution. And having spoken to Medai yesterday, we're having a discussion that how good Lube's out of system hitting is now this season. It really is. They might be out of system a little bit more, but they can score winners from anywhere. Mazari told to warm up on the side. Sokolov goes back to the baseline for the first time and doesn't find joy. Kimarov into the centre of the net. Just a super high toss, getting underneath it a little bit. Crash helmets on. Fakel. It's a really nice play. They're building for the future, Fakel. They know exactly what they're doing. Running the reverse set at a quick tempo and then hitting back across the court, off the body, really trying to miss the blockers. They know the maths. In or out? Out. By some distance. Andy Leal again. It's a 6-point game already. This match is firing past us to top the group. Back to the outside, tips in, but it's so early from Sokolov. He's seen it. The slower arm swing. Second opportunity, but it's long out the back. Kimarov again. But Kimarov, you can tell, is one for the future. One to really keep an eye on. And the service pressure from Lille and Lube is what's really demolished Fakel this evening. It's been quite the relentless run. No one in the Fakel side have managed to really pass the power. Sokolov leaves, the host comes in, Bruno's gone as well. Cantagalli comes on to play opposite. The host was so good against Zenit Kazan, and it looks as if Lube are giving a rest to some of their players as well. To the middle, Palazzo steps in, reads the play, makes a great read, but then just misses out. More long serves from Fakel. I don't think anyone coming into this hall this evening predicted quite the 3 sets that we've seen so far. Yes, there's still some distance to go. Lucas Hester comes in, who's been a very consistent player for this team. Actually played in the final of this competition last year against Zenit Kazan. Played in the middle with Davide Candarello. There's a point for Fakel. Candarello went to Trentino, so he's playing in Pool B this year. And also in that team was Jurikova, who's obviously at the moment suspended. Mika Christensen. Taylor Sander. The Croatian. Simfe. Zukovsky. Easy from the host. Then it's tight, he just skips, puts it on the plate of Stankovic, and then it's just easy from there. No blockers, vision of the courts, take your pick, Mr. Stankovic. Good passing, still an 8-point game. Fakel the side out. Better from them. Bogdan. You can see what Fakel are doing. Saving the likes of Udris, Kolodinsky, Shoji for the final four. Wantarena has had a wonderful game this evening. The heartbeat of this team, you can see, is always having fun, but is also a very serious customer. Wantarena to serve. Higher to the outside, over the top, and you would think so too. Kimarov at 2.15. That's over 7 feet tall. The host, well, he's at 187. So that's 1 meter 30 difference. Block touch of the host, 305. That's not going to really get in the same airspace. Goes to the middle. It's a great watch. It really is from Fakel. And we're back to 6. Stankovic maybe it's a little bit low for the Serbian. Plays really drag to the middle. Anywhere to the line will do, but he does love going back angle. Dragan Stankovic. 6 in it. Landy Simon has his jacket on. He won't be coming back in by the looks of it. But Bogdan, he's really coming through for Fakel here. Challenge in progress. It looked very close from where I'm sitting. But really, Bogdan keeping the pressure on Lube, who have made some changes themselves. Hopefully for them it doesn't backfire. It's difficult for players to come off the bench and find their rhythm. In or out, it's not a big decision yet, it's just in. Lube still have some breathing space. Bogdan frustrated. Again, the challenge, just a rhythm breaker. Diamantini coming in, who started a large proportion of the league matches for Lube. Good speed from Fakel. Sure, we're going to see Fakel in this competition in the years to come, and some of these younger players will be there or thereabouts too. Schenkel and Bogdan for sure. Lille, really good. And the outsides have been instrumental. Lille and Wantarena. He'll be able to see everything. Then make a decision, because his arm can go both ways. Players at this level can do everything. One-on-one. Monster block is the call. Lille on Kimarov. It is a monster block as well, one-on-one. And he's just watching Kimarov. Looking at his body line, watching his arm, and then pressing. Kimmeroff again trying to go over the top of Lille. That's something that doesn't really ever happen. They're looking for a double. Lille trying to hit the steepest of angles there as well. The Hulse goes to the outside. Cantagalli is dug. Chance on the counter. Through the seam. Fakel are hanging on in there. Brendan Sander looks like he's coming in. For Johan de Lille. The 22-year-old. Some of the Lube officials in the crowd. Kimmeroff with the serve. Same as before. Work in progress though, Kimmeroff. If he wants to play at this level, he has to keep working on that jump serve. The game gets quicker and more powerful almost by the day. Service from Sanders, a very quick float serve. Now he plays position 6. Zari's on the front court, ball goes off the block. Good side out from Fakel, they're still in touch. Schenkel again. He's on fine form now, isn't he? Even though the ball's off the net, no middle. Rika says they're just on the drift. Zari the target. This time it goes back to the opposite. That's a really nice swing. Cantagalli gets the applause of Juan Terrena and the rest of the team. Quicio de Libero goes off. That's a really shrewd swing. Very nice. Match point for Lube. We have some drama. Camilo Gladci. He's been around a long time. He knows this game. The Italian has passed through a lot of clubs before joining Fakel last year. His first year they won the Challenge Cup. Second year they're doing a good job here. Sure what's going on really. Whether there's a challenge. Nadai is laughing. Challenge is being requested, of course. They're looking for a net touch. At least that's being cleared. That's one thing that's being cleared. Maybe just some gamesmanship. Nobody thinks they've touched net from Lube, looking at the players' reactions. Gladci just using the tools available to him. Looks as if Fakel are going through in second place of Pool A, but at the start of the week, they might have just taken that. 6 points they need. Still laughing. But the coach of Fakel, laughing as well. It looks as if the net touch was actually from Fakel. Laughs all round, but we have match points. Both coaches having a giggle at the end of that escapade. Enrico says to serve. First one goes long. Just pulls his tape off. His job here is done for the evening. Second match point for Lube. Passes into a fairly good zone. Sander puts it away. First spike for Sander, and it's a good one. Fakel have lost their first match of the season. They've gone down to Lube, the 4 times Italian champions. It's been a very good performance from Lube, who can boast some of the biggest servers in the game. Sokolov, Terena, Bruno, Leo and Simon all served very well in a game where Fakel, Novy, Urengoy did not get over 20 once. 25-17, 25-18, 25-19. Lube have won Pool A. Fakel, Novy, Urengoy go through in second place. And as we know,